What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the new move on Lanturn, the new surf on Lanturn. So here I'm using the team of Scrafty, Cofagrigus and Lanturn. Scrafty, Scrafty and Lanturn core is looking really good in Great League, and I'm using uh, in the starting battles I used Frostlass, but I was not happy with its performance, so I decided to change it with Cofagrigus. Basically, here I'm using my Frostless as counter, but Frostless doesn't do good against grass type Pokemons like Venusaur. One Frenzy Plant does a lot of damage on Frostless, and uh, Frostless also cannot beat Trevenant in even shields, where Cofagrigus can survive a move from Trevenant and also farm it down. I needed some work on this team. So here let's get into the battles. Here we have Azumarill. So in this matchup was looking really good for me. Opponent switched into Venusaur, and I'm throwing this Thunderbolt so that I can farm down this Venusaur after using this shield. But as what you're gonna see is that I got to Avalanche. I'm gonna try to farm this Venusaur down, but Venusaur gets to a move, and I thought that Frostless is an ice type. It will not do a lot of damage, but Frostless just survived with 1 HP and a dream, which was not looking good for me, and I was unhappy with this. So that's why I decided to switch in with Cofagrigus. There will be two battles with Frostless, and then I'll switch into Cofagrigus. And here we have Azumarill. I'm throwing to serve to KO this Azumarill because Azumarill is in one serve range, and one serve will get a shield. And here comes the second serve. GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle where we have Scrafty versus Seviper. So this is not a good lead for us, as counters will be resisted, and Poison Fang and Poison Jab damage from Seviper is gonna add up. As you can see, I'm gonna throw this foul play, and let's see what opponent decides to do. Opponent decided to shield, so I switched into my Frostless, thinking that there will be some with energy advantage. Frostless can do a lot of damage, and opponent's second Pokemon is Eradicate. Even though this is a spicy team, this team is hard countering my team is. So let's see what I can do. I'm gonna throw another Avalanche, expecting opponent to shield, but opponent decided to no shield both of the moves and decided to farm down my Frostless with his own Seviper. I'm coming in with my Lanturn to soak up this damage, and then I tried to farm it down, but I thought that my Lanturn will be too low, so I decided to throw this surf here. And opponent's final Pokemon is Stunfisk. As you can see, this team is hard countering my team, even though it's a spicy. Stunfisk, uh, Mud Bomb does super effective damage on my Lanturn, and also one Mud Bomb from Stunfisk is gonna KO my Lanturn as well. Also, Stunfisk can get to Mud Bomb pretty quickly. So here I decided to no shield because I know that Stunfisk has a lot of energy, and I'm gonna use my shield here, and I'll try to get to foul play to KO this Stunfisk. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna throw this foul play, and then I hope that this foul play KOs, because I think Stunfisk was really close to another Mud Bomb, but GG's to the opponent. Next battle where we have Scrafty versus Castform. Even though this matchup is looking good for me, but Ember damage is gonna add up. There was a time when I underestimated Castform, and I got swept by that team. So I'm not gonna underestimate Castform in this battle. I'm gonna shield this move, and I'll try to throw another foul play, and then if a Castform decides to shield, I can come in with my uh, Lanturn to farm this Castform down. So let's see what opponent does. Opponent decided to switch into Victory. Well, I have a really here having Psychic on Cofagrigus comes in clutch, as I can throw super effective damage on Venusaur, on Victory. Well, things like this. and I needed a grass counter. So Cofagrigus is kind of a grass counter in this team, and Scrafty does neutral against grass types. So this team is looking decent. Got a I got some really good sets with this team, so I can definitely recommend this team for you guys because this team really did well for me. You and I think it will do well for you guys as well. So let's get into the next battle where we have a really solid team which players tried last season to reach legend. So here we have Empoleon and Skarmory. So I thought this team is really weak to Lantern. This core is really weak to Lantern. I farmed down this Skarmory after Skarmory got their bird buff, and now I'll throw this Thunderbolt on this Empoleon, and now I can farm down this Empoleon, and then let's see what opponent's final Pokemon is. Opponent's final Pokemon is Toxic Rogue. I'm gonna throw this Surf. I just want some damage because I know, because as all of you know, Cofagrigus is gonna ruin opponent's day. I'm gonna come in with my Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus can survive any move from Toxic Rogue, so I'm gonna no shield this move and hit. Sludge Bomb is resisted, Dynamic Punch is resisted, and also Mud Bomb does neutral damage, but it does not do a lot of damage on Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus is tanky. Here we have Scrafty versus Swampert. Uh, Swampert is tough for my Lantern, so I'm gonna stay in this matchup and I'll no shield this first move because I know Scrafty can survive one Hydro Cannon, and then I'll shield and I'll try to counter down this Swampert. So let's see what opponent decides to do. So I I I throwed one power punch, and after that I was able to farm down this Swampert. So here comes the Talon Flame. I'll throw this power punch and opponent shielded. And now I'm gonna throw this foul play because I know that there's no way that opponent will use two shields on his own Talon Flame, and boom, what it was a lot of damage, and I was able to counter down uh, that Talon Flame with my Scrafty, and opponent decided to surrender. Scrafty just got wild in that. Scrafty just got gone wild on that matchup. Really wild. Just swept the whole team. So here we have Scrafty versus Revenant. So in this matchup, even though Scrafty is winning, I don't like this matchup that much because my Scrafty's got really low. And opponent's second Pokemon is Drapion. My Cofagrigus is weak to Drapion, so I'm gonna stay in this matchup. I decided to shield this move. I thought it could be a Sludge Bomb, but it was just an Aqua Tail. But now Aqua Tail will KO, and I was not able to get a move. So here I'm coming with my Lantern. Reason is that Lantern is weak to Trevenant, and I'm trying to get as much energy as I can on Lantern because I don't want to get hit with a crunch on my Cofagrigus. I'm gonna throw this Thunderbolt just to put that Revenant in Shadow Claw down range, and I'll switch into my Cofagrigus. And opponent's final Pokemon is Medicham, which was really good for me. I'm throwing this Shadow Ball right away, which is not a good thing on my part because not a good decision on my part because uh, I should have farmed more and then thought that I should have thrown that move on Revenant to give with it. But GG's anyways, and let's get into the next battle where we have Scrafty Mirror. So here I'm deciding, I'm thinking that I should save my Sableye because I saw a lot of Jellicents with this team, so I decided to save up my Scrafty. Even though Scrafty is low, but it can get to some. It can get to a move even with that much HP. Here we have Cofagrigus versus Jellicent. If Jellicent baits, it can win in two shields because Cofagrigus cannot bait. It doesn't have a cheap move like a Seed Bomb on Revenant, so it's looking tough. I'm gonna throw this Shadow Ball uh, Jellison gets to its move, and let's see what this move is. I think it is a Shadow Ball, but opponent for some reason decided to throw that as Bubble Beam, and I was happy that I so switched into my Scrafty because now I saw this Nidoqueen and I was able to throw this Psychic, but unfortunately Nidoqueen got a lot of farm because poison jabs are resisted on Cofagrigus, so I'm gonna get hit with an Earth Power, and now the only win con I had was to farm down that Nidoqueen and then throw this Thunderbolt. So this was the final battle of the video. Thanks everyone for watching, and also let's see what this team got me. So it got me a 5-0, I think. Yeah, the footage is here. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And I was able to reach rank 6 with this team as well. I used this team for the first time, and I got a 5-4. Before that 5-4 set, I didn't use this team. Before 5-4, I used Scrafty, Lanturn, and Frostless, and I got a like 3-2 with that team. That's why uh, I was not happy that with that team. But this team really did well for me. So definitely a team that you can use to improve your rank. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.